This month's craft kit is this absolutely adorable perpetual calendar, and this one will be themed and, of course, interchangeable. So, this is the little cottage design for it, and then there's also going to be the option for the floral design. And just look how gorgeous these look. So, let me jump in and show you guys what you will receive in your craft kit. This craft kit is jam-packed with wood elements for you guys and just some crafty goodness. So of course you're going to have some wood glue in this one because it is a assembly kit. Your standard 10-gram glaze, so that's our UV glaze, and then you're going to have some paints. Now the paints depends on the paint colors depends on the design. So if you're going to have the floral design, then these are the colors that you're going to get. Colors may vary if you do buy this at a later stage. And then, of course, if you're going to get the little cottage design, which I think is so cute with little characters, then this is the palette that you'll get with this beautiful little set. And again, it might vary. Now, apart from all of these beautiful elements, you're also going to have your construction pieces. So let's run through them. So for these, you'll have your base, you'll have your actual calendar, your spaces, then you'll also have your front, your faceplate, and your base plate for this. So that's your construction pieces. For those of you who are on subscription, you will get full-size paints this month. So I'm going to give you 2 full-size paints where I normally give you these midi sizes. Unfortunately, we still don't have stock of them, so we're going to go with full sizes for you guys for this month. Now that we have all of those covered, let's jump straight in how we're going to construct your calendar, and I'll take you through step by step. The first thing that we're going to do with these is start gluing pieces together, obviously. So going to use my wood glue, and then I'm just using my detail stick for this, but you can use any other tool that you want to use. So the first piece that I'm going to glue together is the base, because once I have this together, I want to put my calendar on top and this needs to be dry. So grab your glue and just pop that little guy open, and then use your tool, whatever you're going to use, and pop some glue on. The only thing that I will say here is just make sure that you don't get the glue anywhere near the holes, because once you put the glue, or if there's glue in the holes, I should say, and you stick your designs in, they will be glued down. And as this is going to be an interchangeable piece, we don't want that to happen. So now that I've had the glue on, or put the glue on, I'm just going to put these pieces together. Now I eyeball mine normally. You can try and measure it if you want to, but just eyeball it so it's in the center, so it's an even space all the way around. And don't put anything heavy on top of this to dry, because as soon as you put something heavy on top, the glue might let the 2 pieces move, and then you'll have a mess. As Shaylee found out about a week or so ago. So put that to one side and let that dry, and then we're going to start constructing the next piece. So for this piece, grab your spaces and your base plate. Your base plate will be numbered, but you will see all the spaces are numbered from 1 to 7, so they're just going to go straight from the top all the way down. And just add a little bit of glue on these guys as well. Yours will be numbered on your base plate, but you'll see that I'm putting it on all these skinny pieces. So just give them a little dab of glue. It doesn't have to be a lot of glue, guys, and just make sure that you spread these out, because you don't want to have a lot of glue squeeze out on the sides. So you're going to put the top one on and then just align it nicely. You can still move them around, as you'll see in a second. Afterwards, I will move these around just to get them in the right position. But for the moment, just go along and stick them from top to bottom. And as if by magic, we're going to finish this one with number 7. There you go. So once you've got them all down, you can now pick this piece up, and now it is just to make sure that everything is aligned. And if you have excess glue like I have over here, just make sure that you scrape the glue out. And now what I will have to do is leave this piece for about 10 minutes or so just to dry, so that I can make sure that when I put my calendar rings in place, that the glue doesn't actually stick those rings down, because then your calendar won't move and you won't actually have your perpetual calendar, and you will be very frustrated with yourself. So I'm just going around quickly, just making sure that everything is aligned, especially on the edges, making sure that I can move them into place, smooth on both of these sides. Then I know it is properly aligned, and then I'm going to leave this to dry before we go back in again. Now that that one is dry, we can go and take this piece apart. Now yours might be taped down with some washi tape in the back. That is just to make sure that these don't break during Postman Pat's travel to you, because sometimes Postman Pat can be a little bit hard-handed. Right, so take your calendar rings out, and then I will say don't throw these other two rings away because you can use them as templates for anything else that you want to do, maybe with a gyro cutter. So keep those two to one side as well. Then it is super easy from here on out. It is literally just laying each one of the rings into their positions. As you can see, I'm doing over here, and then that is your calendar almost halfway done. Then we're going to glue the faceplate on. Now, here you have to be incredibly careful because you will not be able to remove any excess glue. So less is going to be more here on these little strips. For your center one, I will say you can put on the number 4, put a bit of extra glue, but be extremely careful on the strips because if you do have any excess glue that squeezes out, it will just glue the ring to the actual faceplate. So now we're going to stick the faceplate on. So it is super easy. Just lay it on top. And then we're going to pick this guy up and just make sure that everything is aligned beautifully. If you do have any glue that is squeezing out, then just wipe it off and make sure everything is lined properly. Now, here comes a top tip, guys. For this bottom piece, two things actually for you guys, especially if you're new to the craft. You need to align these two pieces like dead on straight. My very first one that I didn't do that. So now what I do is I get this one while the glue is still wet and I pop it into the stand so I can make sure that they are aligned. Now in this situation, the little thing didn't pop in because the wood was just slightly thicker, and unfortunately this does happen from time to time, but you can just use an emery board and just file it down 2 ticks and then try and get it in again. Don't file too far. So you'll see I'm trying again, and because it still doesn't fit in, I'm going to give it another quick little file and then it will pop in as if by magic. And there it goes in now. And now you have your base plate done, and now it's ready for you to paint your decorative pieces and pop them in. Do not glue your decorative pieces in, guys, because these are going to be interchangeable and you're going to want to put different designs there as the seasons of the year goes along. So that is your perpetual calendar constructed, and the rings will move nice and easy. And it's just such a fun calendar to have on your desk, and it will never run out because you'll never have to change anything on it. Well, that is for the calendar, but we're going to change out the decorative pieces because those cutie pies are just going to slot in on your calendar into these grooves. These two side ones are actually the same size as your key householder, so if you wanted to change it with the characters on there, you can. So for your assembly of the characters or your designs on these, I find it easier to remove the whole calendar piece and then slot the little designs in. It is just easier that way for me, but hey, you do you, whichever way works best for you. This one was just a wrong angle for me to try and do it from the top, leaning over the camera trying to do it, so I couldn't get it in because obviously I can't see what I'm doing. So just lift it up so you can see where you actually need to slot that one in. And then there you have it. This is your little whimsical cottage perpetual calendar design. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It is super adorable and super easy to use. And like I say, guys, I know I've said it several times, but make sure you don't glue your characters in because you can change them out again. So this is the floral design, and it looks just as stunning, and we will have seasonal ones. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, like and subscribe as always, guys, and I will see you in the next one.